Hey, how you going? So, I've got the book Mastery here. I'm gonna read you some, so get keen. Now, I bought a few books recently. This is one of them, and these kind of books let's take this one for instance. Like, this is a book that I would not previously buy because I would think it's too, I think I'm beyond it, right? It's like, this book is too, it's all about, you know, like fucking purpose and being someone, and you know, is still in this illusion that, you know, you're a separate self and shit. And I'm like, beyond that, you know, it's like no book can help me anymore. It's like I've read all the spiritual shit. It's like I'm beyond everything. But here's what I want to talk about in this video today. You gotta stay true to your desires. You can't spiritually bypass, because it'll catch up on you. Like, if you want to, like, you're going down this like spiritual path, and it's like, I want to be nobody. I want to be nobody, nowhere. You know, I'm beyond this whole kind of social game and whatever. But you got to be honest with yourself. Are there desires within you that want to be somebody? Is there something within you that wants to be recognized, that wants fame, that wants power, that wants success and achievement in certain areas? You gotta be honest with yourself. Is that shit there? And for me, yeah, it is there. And no amount of like, well, I don't know, I can't say for sure, but like, if these desires keep coming up time and time again, even when you're trying to like progress towards enlightenment or whatever, and like release these kinds of worldly desires, or these desires for success and achievement in certain areas, it's like, if these desires keep coming up again and again and again, it's like, you know, maybe this is things that you got to focus on. Maybe this is karma that you got to burn. Maybe this is part of this kind of like purpose layer that you've got to pierce through first. Get it out of your system, discard it, so you can then keep going on that path to enlightenment, right? Maybe this is part of the path, right? Exhausting the desire for success or achievement or whatever in certain areas. You know, whatever it is, you know, like, we are fucking humans. We do have this desire for social status, for power, for sex, recognition, these kinds of things. And, you know, yeah, perhaps you can go straight to enlightenment and you just like let go of all this shit. But maybe not, and maybe not is more common. Who knows? So anyway, yeah, I want to read you something in this book. Mastery. I got Mastery. Why did I get Mastery? Well, I fucking love the cover of this book. Like, it's like golden, mate. It's, look at this. It's fucking sick. It makes you feel like a king. It's like, makes you feel like like this is important. Like, oh, look at this dude. It's like golden. It's like just a sick. It just makes you Mastery. So I've always been about like getting rid of distractions, getting rid of the fucking degeneracy in the world. Stop eating shit food, watching entertainment that just does nothing to you. Cut out all the distractions, right? Focus on what's important. what's important, right? And master what's important, right? It's like you got a limited time here on this planet. You got this limited time in this body. What are you gonna put your energy and attention onto? And if you're gonna put your energy and attention onto something, you might as well master it. You might as well be the best that you can be in it. Like, you might as well give it your all. What in life do you want to give your all to? So I was thinking about this and cut out the rest. What matters most to you? And for me, it's like time and time again, like, I know the benefits of meditation through my own experience and through psychedelics, really, because and through other people that I watch online that I have faith in, that have done a lot of meditation, and I can see how meditation is really important. And it's like, if I want to really you see, like, I don't want to regret not giving my all to meditation. And it's easier said than done. Meditation is one of the fucking hardest skills you can master. So anyway, that's just one thing. But anyway, I want to read you something, because again, like I was saying, like, a part of me in the past, wanted to just like renounce the world, renounce everything, go on this path of renunciation and pursuit and exploration of consciousness and truth. But there's so many other desires within me, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna read you some shit. So, I haven't read much. I got a few books. I'm reading them all at the same time. But I just read like a page today, and I was like, I don't know. I just felt like sharing this. So, Robert Greene says, "We live in a world that seems increasingly beyond our control. Our livelihoods are at the whim of globalized forces. The problems that we face, economic, environmental, and so on, cannot be solved by our individual actions. Our politicians are distant and unresponsive to our desires." This is the next thing, is what I want to talk about. "A natural response when people feel overwhelmed is to retreat into various forms of passivity. If we don't try too much in life, if we limit our circle of action, we can give ourselves the illusion of control. The less we attempt, the less chances of failure. If we can make it look like we're not really responsible for our fate, for what happens to us in life, then our apparent powerlessness is more palatable." So, I'll keep going. "For this reason, we become attracted to certain narratives. Like, it is genetics that determine much of what we do. We are just products of our times. The individual is just a myth. Human behavior can be reduced to statistical trends. Many take this change in value a step further, giving their passivity a positive veneer." And see, this is what I've been talking about. Like, is it true that your renunciation for the world is like a premeditated and fire in the belly drive to get to the truth? Or is it a dropping out, a dropping out of society, because because you're too lazy, really. And then you're given this positive veneer over it, saying like, oh no, but I'm on the pursuit of enlightenment, when actually it's like, no, you're just scared of failure. And maybe it's both, you know. There's probably both desires in there, you know. They romanticize the self-destructive artist who loses control of him or herself. Anything that smacks of discipline or effort seems fussy and passe. I don't know how to say that word. P-A-S-S-E. What matters is the feeling behind the artwork, and any hint of craftsmanship or work violates this principle. They come to accept things that are made cheaply and quickly. The idea that they might have to expend much effort to get what they want has been eroded by the proliferation of devices that do so much of the work for them, fostering the idea that they deserve all of this, that it is their inherent right to have and consume what they want. Quote unquote, why bother working for years to attain mastery when we can have so much power with very little? Technology will solve everything. This passivity has even assumed a moral stance. Quote unquote, mastery and power are evil. They are the domain of patriarchal elites who oppress us. Power is inherently bad. Better to opt out of the system altogether, or at least make it look that way. So yeah, I mean, this is again, like if you're not careful, you'll find this attitude infecting you in subtle ways. You will unconsciously lower your sights as to what you can accomplish in life. This can diminish your levels of effort and discipline below the point of effectiveness. Conforming to social norms, you'll listen more to others than to your own voice. Blah, 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 blah. If you lose contact with this inner calling, you can have some success in life, but eventually your lack of true desire catches up with you. Your work becomes mechanical. You come to live for leisure and immediate pleasures. In this way, you become increasingly passive and never move past the first phase. You may grow frustrated and depressed, never realizing that the source of it is your alienation from your own creative potential. Just seeing what else I can read. Here's a good one. This is the quote that I wanted to share. The passive, ironic attitude is not cool or romantic, but pathetic and destructive. Yeah, you see, I was in the past, I was romanticizing and thinking I was cool for having this attitude of kind of being nihilistic and depressed and knowing how shit the world is, and steps like renouncing the world, like not engaging with the world, you know. A quote that I heard not too long ago, I don't know who it's by, but it said, "You are not meant to leave society. You are meant to lead it." If you have the wisdom or the intelligence to see how kind of corrupt and ignorant the world is. Then that's a gift that you can give to others. And so either you can take the path of renunciation, of passivity, or you can take the path of working on yourself to the point where you can share yourself, share your wisdom or your intelligence with the world. And see, that's the harder route. I mean, yeah, it can be very hard to renounce the world, to give up worldly pleasures and, quote unquote, metaphorically go like live in a cave meditating all day. That can be hard too, of course. But I think it's quite harder to actually build yourself into this kind of, stable warrior of truth, and to bring that into the world, make positive impact in the world. And again, both is important, I think, really. It's like we do need periods of our lives where we are leaving society and just being with ourselves. But we also do need periods where we go out into the world and try and be that expression of truth. Anyway, I'm sounding wanky here, but you see, I flicker back and forth between things like this, actually, and because ultimately, like, what is real? What do you actually know for certain to be true? It's like, honestly, all that can be known is that I am, I am. This experience is. Isness is, right? All the sensory input that, quote unquote, I am aware of is all that is known to, quote unquote, me. Sight, sound, smell, taste, thoughts, body feelings, perception, that's all that can be known. I don't actually know if there's a world out there, That's why here I am saying, like, go out into the world and change it, but it's like, where's the world? Where is it? I can't find it. So I go back and forth between these kinds of things, but what I'm trying to say is that sometimes there's this karma within us that needs to be burnt, or that needs to be worked with, you need to go through it, to let it go. And you've got to be honest with yourself. And so I'm being honest with myself in that, yeah, of course, there's still some part of me that believes that there is some world out there, and there, other people, and that, things matter, that there's meaning, that positive impact is important. There's still a big part of me that believes that, that there's something to be done here. There's truth to be shared. There's work to be done on myself. See, that all resonates with me. But again, there's another part where it's like, catches these glimpses or whatever, something existential, and it's like, there's nothing to be done, there's no meaning, you know, all this shit, just words, blah, 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 right? Echo chamber of nothingness. But again, yeah, you got to stay true to what is there. So, just want to clear that up, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, yeah. The passive, ironic attitude is not cool or romantic, but pathetic and destructive. You see, is it the passive attitude, is that coming from a place of fear or a place of truth? See within yourself, which one is it? It can be both at different times, perhaps, you know. So yeah, that's really all I read today. I haven't read much, but yeah, I wanted to share that. Yeah, that's all I have to say really. So thanks for watching. I hope you gained some value. Let me know anything in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.